All right, today is April 27th. We're almost into May, amazingly. I hope everybody's doing well. And I thought I'd do a video on some of the variations I get with the dark blue dragon guppies. And also I have some new fish in the fish room, which I'll get to next. And I already went through 5 minutes of filming and I never hit the record button. How cool was that? It's like my brain is on another time zone. So the dark blue dragon guppies, also similar to like red grass guppies and bluegrass guppies, throw some males that have some red in them. Now I really don't see any blue in these. So what I've been doing is I've been pulling these aside, putting them in with some of the females, because the females don't look too different. I get a few that have a little more color. I keep telling you about the females while I show the males. There we go. Now this one's got more color than most of the ones I get. It's a really nice female. It's in good shape, not too far from having fry. And this one probably had fry recently. So now the females then in my line do get a lighter colored dorsal, which I'm sure translates onto the male. You can see that they also have a light dorsal that's got a lot of color in it, just not the same color as the tail. But that doesn't really matter, because this isn't a line that you would show in anything. It's just a nice line that I'll be selling. And I don't know what I'm going to call these, because they came out of the dark blue dragon line. I'll probably, I don't know, I guess I'll just call them multi-color dragons maybe. I don't want to misinform anybody, but they should give you fish that look like this and males that are dark blue. Now my line does not get much in the way of Dumbo ears, big ears. The original breeder told me 1 in 4 males has the big ear phenomenon. So far for me, 0 in about 50 males has big ears. So I'm going to not tell people they can expect big ear guppies, but you might get them. So the males on these line do look really good. They're very aggressive with the females. And the females themselves, I do get a few with, like this one has almost no color besides the black. And this one, same thing. And then one of them had a little bit of red in there, and I don't know where she went. But this was a difficult line for me to get started. I initially bought 4 pair from the breeder in Indonesia, and I got I guess 2 females died after about 6 months and never had fry, and one of the other last females did have a small drop of fry, like about 5 of them, and I grew them out, and then that's when the line really exploded. So almost 9 months into having the fish and having spent quite a bit of money, I finally had something to show for it. And I ended up, I literally must have hundreds of these things now. So I'll be selling some soon. Not sure if I'll sell the dark blue males, because I don't get too many, and I've been keeping them to use as breeders. But we'll see. I may sell 1 or 2 pair of the ones with the dark blue. So I think I've rambled enough with these fish. And these are 5 months old, by the way. If you get dragon guppies from anyone, if they're colored up like this and this size, you're looking at fish that are 4 to 6 months old. So keep that in mind. You really want to trust the person you're buying from, and maybe not buy fish that look this fantastic unless you don't have a problem with knowing that they're about 5-6 months old. So you may only get about 5-6 drops of fry out of the female. So now I'll move on to the new fish I got, which are red dragons. And you might think they look very little differently from the other ones, but they look quite a bit different. And these do have the large pec fins, or the male. Female does have some red in the tail. You can see the same dorsal as the ones I have. Now, I've only had these fish about 5 days. The lady I bought them from sent me some fantastic looking fish, which I'll actually try to get on here. And really nice. This is very happy with these. So I'll show the other pair next. I bought 2 pairs to start. Now I'll try to get a close-up on the male so you can see how intricate the pattern is on the body. Now these things, this is my speculation, these things may have been created with some type of a Moscow, because sometimes the males will look like this, and then sometimes they'll have a very dark color on the body, and you'll hardly be able to notice the pattern. And you'll notice that more with the other male. So see if we can get him to focus. That plant is a thin leaf water sprite, which is primarily what's in my tanks. So there you can kind of get a good look at him. Now that's not that old of a fish. I have to double check the paperwork and see if she told me how old they were. But I'm really just hoping to get a few drops of fry in my water and then go from there. So what's the difference between a politician and a snail? One is a slimy pest and leaves a trail everywhere, and the other one's a politician. Ba-dum-bum. And that's very true, actually. And what did cats eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies. Mice Krispies. That's not terrible. That's just awful. All right, this is the other pair. Now they looked identical, except for size, when I unbagged them. And now you can see this male is larger, older, and you kind of are not really seeing that pattern in the body. He does have the big pec fins, and he's hiding, which isn't helping. But what I did notice is that this female's got more of a red color, which is good because that's what I want to end up getting towards. I want to breed this line. Now keep in mind they're red dragons. I want to keep this line red, and I would like to get more color into the females. Because if I can get more red color into the females, I think I'll get more red color into the male's tail. So I'm going to do that with a few different groups of breeders. I'm going to select some females. This is once I get fry that grow out. Obviously I'm not selecting anything because I have 2 pair. So try to get a close-up on the male, just so you can see what I mean about the body. Almost looks like a half-black AOC, which is any other color, all other colors. And doesn't look like a dragon guppy yet, but that darker coloration will fade. And I think you can also see the platinum at the base of the head or behind the eye or whatever that's called. So once again, I digressed out of what I was aiming towards in the future. I'm going to select from the fry. They have some females that have the most red in the tail, as well as the other color in the tail, whatever that is, probably a black and a white. And see how that correlates to her or their male fry as they grow out. And if it gives me more red in the tail with the black and the white, then I'll keep going in that direction. If it doesn't, and it gives me more red and less of the other colors, then I'll abandon that, but I'll still have other breeders to pick from. So anyway, that's the general thing of what's going on with these. I hope you like the new fish, and appreciate people watching. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. If you'd rather email me, you can send me an email. I try to put my email address in the item video description. And that's about that. Also, if you want to buy some of the food, the high protein food is, to me, it's one of the best things I've ever fed the fish. And I don't say that just because I make it and sell it. It's because it works. So I have fry all over the place. And I'm not kidding. I got, every tank is full. Except for the 3 tanks I cleared out for the new fish that are coming. So, alright. Like I said, appreciate you watching. And it's almost May. I'll try to get one more video up before the month is over. Probably the new catfish that show up. But we'll see. I have some other stuff I can go over. And I appreciate it. If you have anything you want to see, just let me know. Fish-wise. And that's about it. Everybody take care. And see you next time.